wanted to do some sort of racing because I've been packed up for a little while. And I went along to see what's the hot rods more than anything, and I see these supers racing around Wimbledon one night, and there were sort of like 40 of these lunatic blokes out there with these cars that were pristine and really shiny and paint jobs were really nice. They're trying to kill each other, and I thought it was mad. It's got to be for me. At this site, all we produce is gas for the leisure industry, mainly for pubs and clubs. My part of it itself is I run the workshop, where we look after 80 vehicles. We're based at 5 different locations throughout London. I've been doing super stocks now for 4 years. Most of the big trophies are always put up at Wimbledon, so it's always a good one to race at.
Are all the drivers amateurs?
Not if you ask them. Yeah, we all do it for a bit of fun.
What kind of jobs do the others have?
I think it varies. You've got people from taxi salesmen to fabricators to there's people who work with horses and businessmen and there's butchers. It's, you know, it's not no particular one sort of type of person. Looking at about 3,200 for a rolling chassis, probably 2,200 for an engine, and probably about another £1,000 on top. So you're looking at just under probably £7 grand to have a new car, with most of all the trick bits on. And then, depending how unlucky you are on engines, I expect you need another 3-4 grand for a season.
What's the prize money?
You get £20 for a heat win and £100 for a final win. So you'll never make money out of it.
Now go, the green flag goes down, and away we go for the Silverstone Championship of the World.
I felt I had the measure of him, went past him once and started to open a bit of a gap, but then he sort of closed back in. Then he put me wide. There was some cars spun out on the pit corner, so I just helped him on his way a bit.
And there's drama as 22, Mark Calvin is forced out wide, and 22 has gone away to the right.
I nearly got it wrong because I went in and I hit a car as well, which was a bit stupid. So I thought, you know, I took the pair of us at the race, but you know, it's I didn't want to really take him out of the World Final, but you know, it's a World Final and one race a year, so you've got to go for it. So I did. We will say others next year, but we're all gutted, I think.
And 22, Mark Calvin is well and truly out of the front running in this one.
I think we owe him one.
Do you think what he did was intentional?
Yeah. Definitely. It's taught Mark a big lesson, never trust anyone.
Yeah, he was out there for the same reason I was, to win. So, yeah. We'll probably end up going in together, but yeah, we go in. It's racing, isn't it?
I'm not an aggressive person by any means, and there's got to be a bit of finesse with it. It's not just crash and bash because the cars are too expensive. But at the same time, he's good. You know, if somebody gives you a load of grief and you think to yourself, you know, just had enough of this guy. The rules do allow us to put somebody in the fence, but we mustn't be on the back of them when they hit the fence, right? So I could, if you were racing, I could pick you up and I could bury you hard, you know, and bend your car, but I must let you go before you go in the fence.
And there's more drama for the Superstocks, but nothing too serious.
The novices have a white roof, and then you get the yellow grades. The next one's up, they've scored a few points, they then have a yellow roof, and then we go up to the blue grade, and then you get the red grade, and then you've got red, white, blue to denote the Superstar. So the roofs on the cars here denote what grade they are. Everybody starts as a white top and gets beaten about and put in the fence and used as cannon fodder, and you know, then they slowly move up the grades.
And what's the top grade?
The top grade really is Superstars, or Silver Top, which is currently held by Mark Kelman. He's top of the national points, and then you get the Gold Top, which is the world champion. So you get the Gold Top at the back, Dave Turner, and you get Mark Kelman starts second to last, and then you get the Superstars, which are sort of half down on the white tops.
If Mark Kelman had won the world championship, he would have had gold and silver top.
He would have been. Yeah, would have had the two. Would have had the two, but he would have only put the gold on, I expect.
But you could have stopped at that anyway.
I did, yeah.
Why do you think that the other drivers don't like you?
Why? I get accused of being arrogant to people, and a lot of people don't like the showmanship we put on. You know, the car always turns up like brand new every meeting.
It is the old tale. There's a certain amount of envy, there's a certain amount of jealousy. He has got a fairly expensive car. He does race on a fairly good budget, and people don't like that. They always, you know, poor little rich boy sort of thing, and there's nothing they like more maybe than to see him get beat. But he don't get beat very often.
The trouble with Mark, from the sports point of view, it's good, but from a driver's point of view, doesn't matter how many times you put him in the fence. You can bet your bottom dollar he's got the car ready for the final. He can be like a bull in a china shop in a race sometimes when you start and there's lots of cars and you just want to get through the first few laps. Then he comes crashing in and cars going all over the place, and 9 times out of 10 he drives through and he's got no problem. He leaves everybody else in a mess, you know. And but that's why he's good.
I'm Mark's #1 fan and his hardest critic. He always asks me after the racing, how have I done? And I don't always give him a lot of praise.
Are you proud of your son?
Yeah, oh yeah. He helped me build a lot of this. We put it all up ourselves. The racing, well, it gets a bit hectic sometimes, you know. Tempers get a bit frayed. No, it's, you know, I am very proud of him, really. Don't tell him that.
Do you think it's dangerous then?
One guy got killed a few years ago. This year, one of the lads we ride with, or drive with, he was knocked about pretty bad. It was an naughty one. He was in the car for quite some time before they got him out. And he was bruised and had a few busted ribs, and he's still not back. But he's about, and he's quite a character. But he did get hurt.
You talked to us about when you used to race.
Oh, Christ. That was 25 years ago. Bigger crowds then, though. That was in bangers, it wasn't in these, you know, in the supers. It was team racing in them days, and we used to have lads that would go out and their job was to win, and there was others that went out to knock the others out of the way, or stop them, or, you know.
Do you want rivals?